Okay, so problems for, um, this is problems 9 and 10. Okay, so I like to just label what the points are here. So like this one, it says it's 115, right? And then this is angle 11 is 37, so that means this one is 37. And then just like right off the bat, I like to do all the ones that I think are really easy. So I look for vertical angles. So 11 and this one's going to be 37, right? So then I would go over to 13 and label that as 37. If this is 115, the one across from it here is going to be 115 also. And then I look for corresponding angles. So 13 and 11, see how these are both in these spots here, here and here. So that means this is going to be 37 and this is going to be 37 because it's this line here that runs through these two parallel lines. Okay, so 2 and 5 are 37. There's no 2 here, so I obviously want to put that in there, and that's going to be 37. I recommend also, when you're doing a problem like this on the test, copy it down, copy the whole thing down on your piece of paper and fill in all the spots like this because it's much easier to visualize. Okay, so here for 14, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, see how this is a flat 180? So I'm going to do 180 minus 37, and that will give me that angle 14 there, okay? So you're also welcome to use a calculator on your test, and that's going to give me angle 143, okay? And this one is also 143. So 12 and 14 are 143. 12 is 143, and there's no 14 on here, so I'm not going to fill that in. Okay, so now we have this 3 and 6 here. So there's, the easiest way to do this is again the flat line thing. So if you look at this as a flat line here, okay, and you take off, what you're going to do is you're going to add these two together. So what's 37 plus 115, okay? So if you add those two together, I'm going to do this on the calculator. Just because whenever I'm on camera, I always do the math wrong and say something incorrect and regret it later. Okay, so this is 152 for these two angles, right? So now I'm going to do 180 minus 152, okay? And what does that give me? 28, okay? So angle 3 is going to be equals 28, which is this one here. So basically I did 180 and I took off these two angles here to figure out what this angle over here was going to be, okay? If this is 28, vertical to that is this one, so that's 28. So I know that 3 and 6 are 28. There's no 3, but 6 is 28. Here we go. 28 degrees. Okay, now see how 3 and 6 are here? That's the same as 7 and 9. So this one will be 28, and this one will be 28. Okay, so 7 is 28, and 9 is 28. Okay? Cool. So now I just need to figure out 8 and 10, and there's two ways to do this. One, you could realize that angle 8 is actually the same thing as these two added up together, right? So it's going to be 152. Or you could treat this as a flat line and do 180 minus 28, and that is going to be 152. Okay, so 8 and 10 are 152 degrees. 152 degrees. Oh, somehow I missed 4 here, so I'm just going to go back. Oh, I already labeled it on the shape. It's 115. Okay? And there is all of my work for that one. Angle 10, similar thing with angles. So remember how all 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180? So that means that if I do 180 and I do minus 45 and minus 55, that number is going to be this angle here. Okay, so I'm going to go and plug that in my calculator. 180 minus 45 minus 55, and that's equal to 80. So I know that this angle here is 80 degrees. Okay, but we don't actually want to know that angle. We want to know this x angle here. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to do the 180 degree thing. So here we have flat line. Okay, so flat lines are always 180. So we'll do 180 minus 80, right, minus this angle, and that's going to be 100. So that means that x is equal to 100 degrees, like that. And that is problems 9 and 10.